over the years, the importance of budget has come down at the sectoral level, because earlier the budget used to talk more about indirect taxes, particularly sales tax, excise tax and things like that. Now those have been merged with GST. Consequently, that part of the sectoral impact has gone down. But having said that, since budget is the most important event of an economy, particularly for a country like India, there are also quite a bit of sectoral significance. In that sense, if you look at this government is continuing with the sectoral emphasis, whereby the government, for the first time after 2008, since 2019, is trying to boost growth through the investment route rather than the consumption route. And in this budget also, we see the continuity of that. And within investment, there is a special emphasis towards the infrastructure sector. And in a sense, in this budget, government is broadening the definition of infrastructure. Rather than roads, just roads, it also includes railways, it also includes ports, it also includes logistic companies. So that segment is going to get pretty positively impacted. One new focus of the budget is towards digitization, and that includes various dimensions. On the one hand, there are fintechs. On the other hand, there are also focus for digitization of documents, also easing of business from that perspective. The interface, government interface, is going to be more to the digital route. So these are pretty positive things. Also, from a sectoral perspective, overall for almost all sectors, what will one benefit which will accrue is because the conditions for doing business are being improved, which will help the corporate sector in a major way, but in a general sense, it will help everybody. Also, we have seen there have been some amount of fine tuning of the custom structure, which in a sense complements the kind of measures which we have taken under Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat or under PLI schemes, the kind of measures. Here the duty structures have been modified so as to at the same time facilitate the sourcing of raw material, but also creating a domestic base. And even in the context of defense, there has been a lot of local production have been emphasized. So yet this is another case where the Indian companies or the companies which are based in India, which will get a lot of benefit. So overall, if we look at the budget, is going to focus more on the investment theme stocks, infrastructure, capital goods, and also financials. Say, for example, the digitalization drive, that whole thing, and will facilitate the banking system. Having said that, the government has not ignored the unorganized sector also. There are lots of measures for micro, small, medium enterprises. There are measures for the agriculture sector to increase the pricing conditions in agriculture. There are also efforts there. So net we see a lot of positive things coming out of this budget for the corporate sector. For lots of sectors, there are benefits. Similarly, if we see the sectors which have been disadvantaged by the pandemic, for example, hospitality, or for example, gems and jewelry, again, budget has something positive to do there. For micro, small, medium enterprises, the tenure of the guaranteed loan has been extended for another year. So this is also one thing which will help this sector. And since there is a symbiotic relationship between this sector and the corporate sector in many places, so this is also will come as an aid for them. So net, these are the areas where we are seeing the positive impact at the sectoral level. At the same time, with the benefits given to agriculture, the rural economy, that from a rural demand perspective, we see also some positive things coming. So far as the consumption is concerned, the consumption in the recent past, particularly post-pandemic, is not doing particularly well. But within consumption, it is the rural consumption which has been most negatively impacted. But the measures from the budget to some extent will neutralize part of that. So net again, we think the most positives for this from this budget for sectors are roads, railways, logistic, the financial companies. These are the biggest gainers from this budget. That's it from me.